How do you feel about your life so far at this point? Now, this is an interesting question because it's kind of big, giant, but hang on with me. There is a point that I want to lead you towards. Because the question you have to think about when you think about that question is the life that you have right now the one you wanted, or is it the one that you felt like you had to have? Is it the one that was already laid out for you long before you came into this world? Ever get so worked up also in the comparison of what other people have that you don't, and that they have the better life, and why can't I have the better life? Or maybe you're the opposite spectrum. Maybe you're just waiting to be figured out that you're the imposter, and imposter syndrome is an entire thing we could go rabbit hole down all on its own. Either way, life has a funny way of setting up these thoughts for us. And it's only made worse by social media, where we only show the good parts of our life, and we all think like, oh man, they have something that I don't. And that question just keeps haunting us over and over. But what is the cure? How do we get through this? How do we get back on track to a place most men, if we're honest, don't even know where it is? Because the reality is, even if you paused and said, you know what? I'm not on the right road. But the other reality is, I don't have no freaking idea where the other road is. I wouldn't even know where to begin to look. In my coaching, a critical process I take every single dad through is helping them find value in their life. Now, not just the good parts, but the bad parts. And I'm not even just talking about the safe parts. I'm talking about the ugly ones, the ones that have pain, the ones that have depth, the ones that have probably shaped who you are today. Now, unfortunately, for most of us, no one ever comes to us and tells us what is valuable in our life and what isn't. The closest feeling we have today is employment, where someone trades a particular part of what we value and where we're good at for money. And we assign value and worth to it. And we typically disregard everything else. The problem we've been told about life is that it should be easy. Easy is good, profitable, and fulfilling. But I can say easy won't take you to the more significant places you are meant to go. The natural path to a rich life, not in wealth, but in wisdom, relationships, and family, is to understand that all roads in life are hard. But in life, you get to choose the hard roads that you want. The hard roads will take you to where you have always wanted to go. And it's those hard roads that will reveal more of who you are, what you are made of, what you believe in, and you want to fight for in this world. It's also where you will learn that life is happening for us, not to us. And that as you travel those roads, you will learn wisdom, because we are not born with the wisdom of how life works. Wisdom comes through its experience. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. That quote comes from Helen Keller. What most men are missing in life, pause, awkward silence, is life. Let me say that again. What most men are missing in their life is life. But unfortunately, when I look at a dad's life, I often don't see anything that resembles living. Instead, I see a sequence of repeat patterns not orientated towards growth, but only survival. Life is not about survival. It's about experiences, and more importantly, teaching our kids an important blueprint for them to figure out how they can thrive in their life and not just survive. And as I focus more on generational trauma, more and more of what we're also passing down is a lack of a blueprint to break this cycle. How do we actually break out of the orbit of our daily routines and thrive? The question that I leave with you today is, how is your life happening for you? If you want to let me know, send me an email at ben@benkilloy.com. That is all I have for you today, and I'll be talking to you guys again on Monday.